year was 1531, and in the highlands of Ethiopia, a battle of immense consequence was brewing, a battle that would redefine the balance of power in the Horn of Africa. At its center was Gurey, a name that would echo through history as the conqueror of Abyssinia. Gurey, known for his bold vision and tactical brilliance, led the armies of the Adal Sultanate, an Islamic state determined to expand its influence deep into the Christian Ethiopian Empire. Antsokia, the battleground of this decisive conflict, was not just a valley, it was a strategically vital corridor into the Ethiopian heartland. For Gurey, controlling this gateway, not only securing a key military advantage, but also demonstrating the growing might of the Adal Sultanate in the region. The stakes were high, and both sides prepared for a confrontation that could shape the fate of empires. The Ethiopian Emperor, Dawit Su, was no stranger to Gurey's ambitions. He recognized the Adal leader's ruthlessness and skill, having suffered crushing defeats at Amba Sel and Shimbrakure just months before. Dawit's army, one of the largest mustered during this campaign, was composed of battle-hardened infantry, elite cavalry, and skilled archers. Men accustomed to fighting in the highlands' harsh, unforgiving terrain. Their orders were clear: hold Antsokia at all costs. But Gurey was far from an ordinary military leader. He was a master of adaptation, a tactician who had learned from every battle he fought. Gurey's forces were not only numerous but diverse, bringing together Somali warriors, Arab allies, and Ottoman-trained musketeers, a critical advantage that had transformed warfare in the Horn. With Ottoman support, Gurey had introduced firearms into the region, revolutionizing the traditional methods of combat employed by his Ethiopian adversaries. As dawn broke over Antsokia, Gurey's soldiers, disciplined and ready, took their positions. He had meticulously studied the terrain, positioning his musketeers on the high ground, where they could unleash devastating volleys upon advancing Ethiopian forces. His cavalry, skilled in rapid flanking maneuvers, awaited orders in the valley below. This was not merely a clash of armies. It was a clash of strategies, technologies, and aspirations. The Ethiopian assault was fierce and immediate. The sound of war horns filled the air as Dawit's cavalry charged forward, their hooves pounding the dry earth. Ethiopian infantry followed closely, their shields raised high, hoping to overwhelm Gurey's front lines with sheer force. But they were met by a wall of musket fire, an innovation that had already proven lethal in earlier battles. The Ethiopian soldiers, accustomed to arrows and spears, found themselves unprepared for the sudden thunderous burst of gunpowder. The battle quickly descended into chaos. Clouds of smoke and dust engulfed the valley as hand-to-hand combat erupted. The Ethiopian soldiers, renowned for their fierce swordsmanship, clashed with Gurey's infantry, who skillfully combined traditional spears with muskets. Gurey's cavalry, meanwhile, executed rapid strikes on the flanks, creating confusion and exploiting gaps in the Ethiopian lines. It was a brutal contest of wills, fought with an intensity that reflected the stakes at hand. But Gurey's leadership was unwavering. Observing the battle from a vantage point, he directed his forces with precision, identifying weaknesses in the Ethiopian ranks and adjusting his strategy in real time. He understood that victory here required not just strength, but finesse. The Ethiopian forces, though formidable, struggled to maintain cohesion amidst Gurey's relentless assaults. By the second day, the Ethiopians' morale began to waver, their formations faltering under the sustained pressure of Gurey's combined arms tactics. By midday, the tide had decisively turned. Gurey's forces, relentless and well-coordinated, finally broke the Ethiopian defenses. The Ethiopians, exhausted and demoralized, began a chaotic retreat. Antsokia was now under the control of the Adal Sultanate. The victory was not just a military triumph, it was a psychological blow to the Ethiopian Empire. For Gurey, this battle represented yet another step towards realizing his grand vision, the subjugation of the Ethiopian highlands and the establishment of Islamic rule. Yet the Battle of Antsokia was not just a moment of conquest, it was a turning point that would have far-reaching consequences. The defeat forced Emperor Dawit Su to reconsider his strategy. The Ethiopian Empire, shaken and cornered, would soon turn to the Portuguese for assistance, ushering in a new phase of warfare marked by intensified conflict and foreign intervention. Today, the legacy of Antsokia is both celebrated and contested. It stands as a testament to Gurey's ambition and the resilience of his forces, a moment when the Adal Sultanate came closest to altering the course of Ethiopian history. The battle exemplified the brutal realities of warfare in the 16th century Horn of Africa, where alliances were fluid, ambitions boundless, and survival uncertain. It is a story of strategy, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of power, with lessons that echo across centuries of African history.